today we're going to talk about what SGA is, which is Rutgers Student Government Association, and then what SGA does, followed by all the people who are in SGA, and then lastly, why you guys should join SGA. We are here to represent the students, but with great power comes great responsibility. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today, what our duties are, and the ways that that filters into our responsibilities of what we are supposed to do as student government. So kind of first talking about what SGA is. We are a voice for the students with the administration. So we have various meetings with people in the administration to talk about different concerns that we have and different concerns that they have about how we can improve the student experience. And then that's separate from, like the registrar's department and the provost and, all that stuff with the administration. That's separate from, like all the different deans and the departments and the schools and the department heads that we also work with. So that's another way that we are able to be a voice for the students across the campus. And then lastly, we sponsor various initiatives and projects and stuff that are aimed ultimately at improving the student experience. And I think I just want to talk about that. I think that's next. So we're just going to talk about the different things that student government does, starting off with different initiatives, and talking about different projects that we've sponsored in the past and might sponsor in the future. Then lastly, about clubs. So first, I'm going to welcome up our student body president, Danya, to talk about.
Okay, so some of the initiatives that student government has done throughout the years always are catered towards the needs of the student in that specific year or the previous year. So some of them have included water filters throughout the campus. Some of them have also been the old game room and now also the new game room, Amp Flow including, and then a couple other initiatives on campus, including sponsorships for certain events with athletics. So if you guys, any of you guys went to the Block Squad Bird Party, those rally dolls were donated by us. And it was very great to do that because we got to engage with the constituencies from both athletics and other students. So another initiative that we have done is, like I said, Amp Flow, so all the tampons and pads on campus that are free, that also needs to be upkept by students. So any issues that occur with jamming or if anything goes wrong with the dispensers, that always has to be brought back to student government. So if students are involved or find these initiatives purposeful and meaningful on campus, please try to encourage people to get involved with student government to upkeep these initiatives because they are meant for improving the student experience.
So yeah, that's just talking about the different initiatives that we've sponsored in the past, and that's not talking about all the different initiatives that we can sponsor in the future. And that's really open to, what people's imagination in student government is for that particular year. I want to talk about different projects that we sponsor. We as student government have the ability to oversee some money and then distribute that money as we see fit. And that's kind of with the aim of improving the student experience. So there's different ways that we have done that. The most recent one was with the game room. During COVID, they got rid of the game room, and so we had to buy new equipment and put that all together. So that was a project that we sponsored there. Also, during COVID, the Casa Pacifica, it burned down, and the insurance money that they got from that wasn't enough for them to buy a new one. So we were able to go in and help and complete the purchase on that. And then we've also done various other projects in the past, like the forest. This was long before my time, but they revamped that one a lot. So that's why we have power at all the tables, which is very convenient. And then coming forward in the for this year, we're looking at some other projects that we can sponsor to improve the student experience, which I might talk to you a little bit later. So yeah, that's just some projects that we're working on. And then next, to talk about clubs. Our clubs commissioner isn't here, so we are going to have someone who's very active in clubs come up and kind of talk about different ways that SGA supports clubs and what it means for clubs to function here at FPU and different ways you can get involved. So if you'd like to invite Brooke up to the stage with me.
Hi everybody, my name is Brooke, and when I first came to FPU, I was really impressed with the number of clubs that there were because it's kind of a small school. And I hadn't really heard too much about what people were interested in here, because I'm actually, I'm from Reno, Nevada, so I wasn't sure what people in Fresno like to do with their free time, or I don't know, I just didn't know what the community would be like. So I was really impressed when I came to my first club fair, my first semester of my freshman year, and I saw so many different options, and I was just really excited to get involved in as many as I could. So I would say I've probably done that. I was really interested in life ministries at first, especially because I wanted to grow in my faith. And since then, I've been a leader in Delight Ministries, and I've really enjoyed that. And it's been an amazing opportunity for me to build relationships with not just God, but other students on campus. And because I enjoyed that so much, I also started the Wilderness Club with my friend Chloe. And that was really cool because we both shared a passion for nature and hiking and getting outside of FPU campus halls every now and then. And so it was really cool to have that experience and bring other people into that. And lastly, I'm also now a leader in the Helping Hands Club, and that's been a really amazing opportunity to just get other people involved in community service. So I have to say, throughout all that, SJ has been really great with providing the funds that we need to do events and community service and projects. And I also, again, really enjoy Club Fair always, because it's a really great opportunity to just show what FPU has to offer for students. So yeah, I've had a really amazing opportunity to get involved with clubs so far, and I look forward to continuing to do that in the future. And I encourage anyone who just wants to get other people together to do what they enjoy, I would also encourage you to maybe get involved in clubs as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. And kind of as Brooke was saying, we as student government, we are the people who have licensed clubs here on campus. And with that, we give clubs stipends. And if they need more money, like if they're going to a conference or something, we can give them that money as well as just supporting the clubs with whatever other resources that they need. So that's kind of the way that we as student government support clubs here on campus. And also, there is not a set number of clubs on campus. So if you want to create another one and add to the list, you're more than welcome. And you can drop by our SGA office hours and we can talk about what that might look like, or email our clubs commissioner. We can sort that out. So exciting stuff. And then next up, we're going to be talking about the different positions that we have in SGA. And so this might look like a really complicated chart, but it's really just dividing up all the positions in student government into a way that might be easier to understand. So there are different elected positions, and then there are different appointed positions. Elected obviously means that the vote goes to all the students, and then from there you can run for different positions. So Danya ran for president last year, I ran for VP last year, Jesse ran for finance manager, in addition to our upper class and underclass and transfer reps. So we were all elected by student vote. In the other column, you see that there are other positions that aren't directly elected. So we have like our chief of staff, who kind of manages and gets us rooms to meet in, coordinates our schedules. Then we have our clubs commissioner, of which we were just talking about with clubs, and then our marketing and communications coordinator. Those are all appointed by the elected officials. And then we have our appointed positions for our representative officers, which are by the different schools and departments here at FPU. They get to appoint a student from their department to represent that constituency, that group of students in student government. So yeah, that's the difference between elected and appointed. And then we have the difference between executive and representative. Executive is just kind of talking about the major functions of SGA, so like the clubs and the initiatives and stuff. And then the representatives are more based in working with their constituency and supporting those groups of students that they are kind of on SGA to help. So with that, we're going to go into kind of our executive branch of SGA. And like I was saying, with here, the responsibilities that we have are mainly to communicate with administration. So if there are different meetings that we need to be in, or different committees that we need to be in, that's usually handled by members of the executive branch. And then, like I said, we also facilitate clubs and we support the rep team. And then again, we sponsor those SGA initiatives. So next slide. We're just going to go through all of our elected positions in student government and have you be able to meet and hear from all of the people in student government about what they do and what their different positions are and a little bit more about them. So I guess when you come up to the podium, list your name, your year, your major, your position, and something you enjoy about what you do for student government and what you enjoy about student government. So starting with our SGA president, Tanya.
So my name is Tanya. I am a history major. I am a senior. I am going to talk about what the president does. So like what Luke said, I go on behalf of the student body and discuss student concerns to the administration in a ton of meetings. Like every other week, I probably have like at minimum 2 week like meetings to go to, and every single time they usually ask a specific question relating to student concerns and or what do students need. So that is kind of my job to go in and be like, hey guys, this is what students want. These are the students' concerns. And one of my favorite things being in student government and being president has been being a key identifier on campus, like regardless of student like class or major or anything like that, even if they're faculty, like they'll still be able to recognize me and be like, okay, if I have an issue or if I have something relating to student concerns, I can always come to her to discuss this. So most of the time throughout the day, you'll probably see me standing and talking to someone randomly, and that's fine, and I truly enjoy that, and that has been one of the biggest blessings being your student body president. So please get encouraged to get involved with student government, and I especially encourage and support your next student body president. So thank you so much.
I'm back, and I'll give a formal introduction to myself. My name is Luke, and I'm the vice president, and I'm a senior here at Fresno Pacific, majoring in software engineering and linguistics. And so what I do as the vice president is I'm the one who works with the reps. So Johnny kind of oversees the executive team, and I work with the reps to make sure that they all know what to do and are involved with their constituencies with that. And I think one of my favorite things about being involved in student government is that there are a lot of conversations that we get to have with different people in administration or different faculty that we wouldn't get to have otherwise. Like being on student government, we're invited to be part of different committees. So yesterday, I got to sit in on the University Diversity Committee with Dr. Melly. And then earlier this week, I had a meeting with Res Life Facilities on some things. So it's just like being able to be involved in a lot of different conversations and be able to hear a lot and be able to give lots of input. So that's what I enjoy. And next up, our women's manager.
Hey guys, so my name is Jesse Franco, and I'm a business major with emphasis in finance, hence my position in student government. What I do is oversee the budgets of clubs, and I do more of organization, like organizing their stuff, keeping track of everything, getting their reimbursements processed, and I will be starting to communicate more as I've heard some complaints, but anyways, that's kind of what I do. And my favorite part about SGA is honestly the team. They're all very nice, and we're all together for the student body, and that's one of my best experiences is me serving God and serving the student body. And this is my way of doing it and my way of pursuing my education. I enjoy this, and thank you.
Alrighty, and next up, we're going to go into our appointed executives. So these are people, Danya and myself and Jesse, who were all hired on last year. And then we got different applications from people who wanted to be in these positions, and then we fielded them out, and we made a selection. So first off, we're going to go into our staff.
Hi everyone, my name is Naika Fakib. I am a pre-law major and a senior over here. My position is Chief of Staff, so basically I get to see the staff members of SGA and sometimes scream at them. No, just kidding. So basically I design their office hours and make sure they're in the office during their respective hours. I take the meeting minutes at the SGA exec meetings and the full SGA meetings, and then I post and disperse them to the entire SGA team. I also keep a record of all the paperwork. And my favorite part about working in SGA is because is that we work as a community. We work as like one big happy family. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you.
And then our clubs coordinator, Anna, isn't able to be here. I think she's working at this time, but according to my memory, she is a senior majoring in kinesiology, and she's also on the volleyball team. Yes. So anyways, what she just does is when people want to create a new club, they email her and reach out to her, and then she gives them all the forms that they need and helps them go through that process. And then if they have any questions about reimbursements or fund requests, if they want more money, she can also help with that, as well as organizing club fair. So she organized the event yesterday and got the Dutch truck out there. And she does other stuff related to clubs. And I'm not going to speak to what her favorite experience is in SGA because I'm not her. So next up is our marketing and communications coordinator.
Hi, my name is Gabby. I'm the marketing communications coordinator. I'm a junior here majoring in biology. And what I do is I pretty much inform the students about what's going on in terms of like clubs or just things we have on campus. So I work with like Chris to get things into the scoop, and then I run the social media page where I post what's going on for you guys to see and hopefully attend. My favorite part of this year is getting to know more people that I wouldn't have known originally, and just going to events that they put on and supporting them. Thank you.
Alrighty, next up we have our representative branch, which we kind of talked about earlier, but they mainly just work with their constituency to make sure that the students that they represent, that their voices are heard, and then they also get to work with the department heads and deans of those departments and schools to make sure that concerns are being communicated to the appropriate people. So with that, we're going to go into our, I think, elected representatives next. So starting off with our lower classman rep.
Hey guys, I'm Stefa. I'm the underclassmen rep, and I'm a freshman, and I'm a pre-health science major. So my job, just like Luke said, is just communicating with my constituency, so freshmen and sophomores, as well as other departments to figure out especially what students can do to be more successful. And a lot of my job just has to do with communicating with other branches, like Gabby, if I need like an Instagram post sent out or something like that. Also organizing events. The first one for this semester is today, sophomore retreat. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's basically just supporting as many initiatives as I can for other members, especially Danya. My favorite part of SGA is probably, well, not like my absolute favorite part, but like I like Ant Flow. I think it's super fun to be carrying around that little cart and like, yeah, it's a little role play. I don't know. So yeah, that's basically it. And the team is super fun, super low stress job, so I would definitely recommend it. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Mark. I'm an upperclassman rep, and my job is similar to Safa's, as I'm in charge of the upperclassmen, so juniors and seniors. And my job is to help connect to those students. So whatever they need, they can come to me, and I can kind of distribute it to our SGA team and trying to get that problem solved. And then other things that I can do is just host events, so have upperclassmen retreat that we had last week, and other things that people may want to have in the future. And I guess the thing that I enjoy about SGA is learning about the school more. And as a student, you don't really know a lot of what's going on, so SGA kind of opens your eyes to what the real problems are in the school and what we need to fix and how we can do to fix those problems. So I feel like I enjoy getting more information about the school and more information about the students.
Hi everyone, my name is Katie. I'm a senior and I'm a liberal studies major. I'm the transfer representative, so what I do is I just try my best to reach out to all transfer students, which can be a little difficult sometimes because transfers are a little antisocial. professional, but I try my best. I try and visit transfer classes at the beginning of all the semesters. I also helped Lynn this semester with organizing a transfer lunch for the new students coming in this semester. That went really well, so I think we'll try and continue to do that in the coming years. What I like about SGA is kind of a hodgepodge of what everyone else has said. I work with a great team. I wouldn't have met a lot of them if I hadn't joined SGA. Yeah, I think that's about it.
And then we're going to have our appointed representatives next. And these are just people who were appointed by different schools and departments on campus to kind of work with those students and talk with them about the different student concerns. So starting off with our School of Business rep.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hannah Aragon. I'm a freshman, marketing major. My favorite food is, just kidding, guys. What I do is I go to faculty meetings and I connect back with the School of Business and think what students want and also their perspective, like something students want to know as well. I also plan events, so an event is coming up soon. And my favorite part of SGA is probably connecting with faculty and students while being on campus.
Hi everyone, my name is Michael Smith. I'm a senior here. Good heavens, where do I start? So, I am involved with being a representative for the School of HRSS, which has multiple different departments. And so I try and engage each department, English, communications, religious studies, the list goes on. What I really enjoy about it though is on my off time or if I have a little bit of space, wiggle room to sit and visit, I will go to each instructor's office and just try and spend some time talking with them and getting to know them. And also doing the same with the students. Something that I'm very hopeful and working on is having another listening session because I think I really enjoy having those conversations and not only with the students and the faculty, but with SGA in general. They're just very understanding and patient and they're not going to beat you over the head. No.
Hi all, I'm Jasmine. I am the School of Natural Sciences rep. I major in applied math and English. And what I do is like the other reps, I'll host events and I'll facilitate communication between the professors and the students and mostly relay concerns. And the best part about SGA is you get to meet new people. They're fun, they're kind, I promise. So you'll like it.
Hi everybody, my name is Audrey Bradford. I am the athletic rep, and so basically what I do, like the rest of our reps, is I just host events and I facilitate communication between those higher ups and the constituency. My constituency includes athletes, obviously, as well as the athletics department as a whole. So, like I said, I host events. We had a athletics Q&A last semester as my event, where we had like Dale and Brian Hitman come in. We grilled them in terms of what's going on in athletics, because I think that's something that's kind of up in the air all the time. I would say that my favorite part about being an SGA is just coming to meetings, and I feel like we're all very good friends, and we just hang out, and it's really great to hear everyone's ideas. Oftentimes I'm surprised because I'm like, wow, I wish I thought of that, and people are beating me to it. So it's a really exciting experience, and it's really enriching. So,
All right, so that's the entire team. So I hope you got to know them a little bit better. And so now we're just going to be giving you some really good reasons for why you should join SGA next year. I don't know if you're able to tell, but a lot of us here are seniors. And so we're looking for replacements for ourselves to fill these positions and just to get involved with students and be able to come up with new ideas and new initiatives and new projects to do in order to help and support the students here at FPU. So, I mean, mainly the reasons why you should join is because you get to be a voice for the students. I think you could see that from what everyone else was saying, all the different ways that you can be involved with students on campus and in all the different conversations with administration and faculty and whatnot. Like we didn't talk about the various committees that we've been in and different meetings that we've been in for all sorts of different things, ranging from a possible library remodel to getting a new food service provider next year. So there's just all sorts of stuff that we get to have our fingers in and be a voice for the students in those conversations. And then, like I said earlier, we get to create and sponsor different initiatives and projects here at FPU. So if there's anything that you want to see here at FPU or anything that you think should be changed or a great idea that you have, we would love to hear it so that we can make that idea a possibility and make that possibility a reality here for the students at FPU and make it so that it can benefit as many students as possible. And so like something with that, like immediately right after this, Donnie and I have a meeting to talk about the possibility of putting some solar panels on the CAC and what that would mean for the students and you know, the financials behind that, and if we should get behind and support that, and if that will benefit the students here at FPU. So those are just some conversations that we're able to have with the different parts of FPU. And then lastly, you get to work with other students for the students. So like what everyone was saying, especially the reps, being able to connect with their different constituencies and I don't know, field complaints and comments and ideas, and then bring those to the team and then disperse those out to the different departments and schools. So anyways, that's what SGA is. And I think the last thing is, oh yeah, coming up for SGA. So coming up this semester, we have our elections for next year. So if you're considering running for SGA or you're interested possibly getting involved or just want to give some ideas, we'd love to hear those coming up this coming week. And then again, in 2 more weeks, we're going to have listening sessions where we are going to be gathering information and comments and insights from the students, and then we're going to be presenting that to the administration later on in the semester. So if you're interested in being involved with those, I think we're going to have some information online and in the scoop as well, so you can attend those. And then what was the last one? I forget. Oh yeah, and then just like what we were saying earlier, each year SGA sponsors a project and we're trying to figure out what that one is going to be for this year.